Good Sunday morning, friends believe. Hope everybody's doing good. Trying something a little new. I'm uploading directly into YouTube from the webcam, so we're going to see how that works out. I am waiting on my wife and Miss Emily to get back from church and bringing home some lunch, and thought I'd make a quick video and see how this turned out. I'm smoking today. Hadn't smoked a cigar in the last day or two. Well, I did smoke one last night, an Asylum that I got from Governor's. It's a little different. I liked it. It's huge hints of leather, more leather than any I've ever had before. It's good. Sometimes the overtones of leather got a little overpowering, but I will keep. I'll buy another one of those and keep one in the humidor from time to time. But I'm smoking a Gurkha Forte, and I believe that this, and I'm 99% sure this was gifted to me by my good friend Wiz D in a package that he sent sometime back. So this has been aging in his humidor, no telling how long, and it's been in mine a couple of months. So certainly got some cedar spice in that. But no, I was reminiscing. It's getting around birthday time for an old friend of mine, and I made me think of him. And I decided to last night to get on the internet and see what I could find, and there's a little on there, not much, but it was able to find it, and I want to read y'all this. This is from December 1st, 1983, from a newspaper, News Sentinel, wherever that's out of, and the caption is "Six Dead, Six Injured in Trailways Bus Crash, Livingston, Texas, UPI." A Trailways bus, an investigator said, may have been speeding and rammed the rear of a flatbed truck and catapulted off of a bridge and into a creek bank early Wednesday, killing 6 people and injuring 6 others. Witnesses said the badly injured driver, who had been at the wheel less than an hour, believed the bus blew a tire, but a passenger said he thought the driver may have fallen asleep. A spokesman for the Texas Department of Public Safety said the official cause was undetermined, but that U.S. Highway 59 was rain slicked, and DPS Trooper David Sandlin at the scene said there was an indication of excessive speed. The DPS says 12 people were aboard and all were killed and injured. 3 of the dead were mothers traveling with young children who survived. The crash occurred at 5:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, about 75 miles north of Houston. Rescuers wading through the ankle to knee-deep water of Milton Creek had to cut through the roof of the crumpled wreckage to reach the dead and injured. The truck driver, Richard Palomo Garcia, 43, said he just left home traveling at 40 miles an hour in the right lane when the southbound bus hit his truck. He said most of the damage was to the left side of his trailer, indicating that the bus veered away from him. The Shreveport, Louisiana to Houston bus careened across the median of the 4-lane road, crashed through a guardrail, became airborne briefly, and landed on the bank 31 feet below. I never saw it. I don't know where it came from, said Garcia, who was unhurt. Bus hit me hard. I really think there was nothing I could do. I parked across the bridge and ran back. I knew something went down off of the bridge. When I ran back, I saw the bus down there. It was quiet, and that scared me. I hollered, and one lady answered there were people hurt. Garcia ran to his house a half a mile away to call authorities. He and his wife, Dale, returned and gave aid to the victims. The bus landed on its side with a door toward the sky. All but 4 rows of seats, luggage, and the rear lavatory toilet seat were found piled in the front of the bus. Pools of blood stained the creek. The bus driver, Edward Perry, 37, of Houston, and several passengers had to be cut free by rescue crew. Passenger Raymond Moore, 40, who said he was an illegal alien from Veracruz, Mexico, living in Nacogdoches, Texas, said he was sitting behind Perry. I think he, the driver, fell asleep, Moore said in Spanish to reporters at Livingston Memorial Hospital. Trailways said the bus left Shreveport, Louisiana at 1:55 a.m. Central Standard Time, stopped in Logansport, Louisiana, and Nacogdoches, Texas, and changed drivers in Lufkin. The bus was due in Houston at 7:30 a.m. Strike-bound Greyhound bus line does not serve the route. The 6 injured persons were all in satisfactory condition, 4 in Herman Hospital in Houston and 2 in Livingston Memorial Hospital. The dead were taken to local funeral homes, and they were identified as Barbara Faircloth Morrison, 36, of Bossier City, Louisiana; Maria Davis, in her 30s, Athens, Alabama; Elizabeth Gonzalez, no age, Zavalia, Texas; Ricky Butler, early 30s, Calhoun, Louisiana; Gloss W. Sykes, in his 50s, Houston; and John C. Well, 53, of Bossier City. My friend Ricky Butler lived across the street from me. He and I grew up together. He was 21 years old. That was in 1983, and he and I were best friends. We grew up together. I'll never forget that morning. I heard it on the radio, and by 8:30 they had released the names, and I was going to work, and they announced the name over the radio. This made, matter of fact, I seen some clippings in the New York Times, and this made, when one of these tragedies happens, this made national news back then, and it was an AP story that the local radio station had picked up, but it was a national deal, and they announced his name, and back that was the days before cell phones. And I immediately turned around and came home, and of course went to his parents' house across the street from my mom and dad, and who they still live there to this day. And visited with them. It was a sad and tragic day. Left behind his mom and dad, and of course 3 sisters, and a wife and 2 children. And oddly enough, that's exactly what he was doing on that bus. He was going through a divorce, and they had had a horrible time of it. And he was basically running from the police, if you will. His mom had rescued him the day before. He was living back at home with his parents. He was going through a divorce. The divorce was final the day after he got killed. She called him, wanted him to come over, and said, "Let's talk about this thing." He was on his way over there, and his mom had a police scanner at home and heard the call came out from them that he was on his way over there. In other words, it was a setup, and he had already been arrested for violating a restraining order. And so she somehow managed to intercept him, made arrangements with her sister in Houston for him to go to work down there. She said, "You just need to get out of here. They're looking for you. You need to go. She's going to have you put back in jail." And she put him on the Trailways bus here in Monroe, and he was killed. And like I say, the divorce from this lady was to be final the day after, which would have been December 1st. This happened the last day of November, this wreck, November 30th, 1983. Their divorce was to come final December the 1st. Continental Railway settled with her for $1 million. Anyway, that's just something I was thinking about and had been on my mind yesterday and today. It's getting close to his birthday, and just thought I'd share it. Just a little story. And anyway, hope everybody's doing good, and we'll try to catch up with y'all a little later. This is an extremely good. Gurkha's got so many. They're kind of like Rocky Patel and some others. They got so many different sticks that hard to keep up with. But they've got 3 or 4 that I like, and tell you, I've really fallen in love with that Fine Vegas. Got some high primings in Friday, and just fell in love with them. It's certainly a keeper, along with that Series A, and they're not expensive smokes either. You can get them online downright, but and then I also enjoyed that Asylum from Governor. So that's some sticks I've been enjoying. Anyhow, we're gonna wind this up. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Catch up with you later. As always, God bless you.